Hakajeng Shon darbar mentangsi ka arpoterik unelur aja arpulai. Hari balakot ka kenta jengkeli kalami kejeng Ïania haprang ba Prestone tensong Menteri Jikatanat Parliamentary Affairs ba Dr. Mukul sangma MLA jangka Tribunal Congress. Hakabde ba kejeng wanra Dr. Mukul sangma menen kasi ya kadur kepada Shon u Conrad sangma menteri ba kajela ba wei ubra keno ba di Nongkhaïi nampak Mizoram u Henry Laram Sangga. Nakaleng ba Prestone tensong ulah kentu ya Shon kena jakin ba thoan ban wengno ya kani kejeng wanra Dr. Mukul sangma hapa yang darbar namar kam longkat kum ki an. Ini kan kapol untuk Mukul sama ulah yang baru ong ba simla penmi setia kena kejeng kena persya ya menteri rang ba hani ulah suara ban lakum kejeng maham kejeng fikir yakin mikmat baru bakin de banjaran perlok bakin diberi kemudian kenam ke basniu nakaleng ba person tensang ulah yang biang baru ulah ong bakan di kamlong setia ka badai bat menteri rang ba kalong ke bathat buram yu kajo kaporu ulah ong ba di ban wengno yakin ni makam longkat kemkian tak mun sama ulah yang biang ba ulah penmi ba simla kena ya to ya menteri rang ba jong kejela hari kini nak kaliang jong u menteri rang ba kejela Dr. Sangma ulah yang man penpau makan di kejeng wana jo Mukul sangma nak kai ke bom syai setia ber Dr. Mukul sangma tip du kai ke belajai ke kes persya ya uni dong di Droks haka juga poru ulang melada u Dr. Mukul sangma udon kanu ke kamon wanda halu kani udon wanda aku ipat kalat kalenti ke ulang kemkian ya ka ba Dr. Mukul sangma ul kubur banwandra haka ipat kapor haka bedi bakan di kejeng syendul dan kejeng syak keno jong menteri nang ba kejela Conrad sangma
by the senior leader, Dr. Mukul Sama. And I would like to refer to Rule 279 and also 279A. During the course of discussion, Honorable Member from Songsat, he has shown in the mobile that picture of Honorable Chief Minister with friends and with so-called convicted person. And as per the rules, 279 sub 5 says reflect upon the conduct of persons in high authority unless the discussion is based on a substantive motion drawn in a proper tense. So therefore, sir, I would like to request your chair, your honor, that the statement made yesterday during the discussion on the motion number 1 be expunged, like you already done to the special motion. Yesterday I've already pointed out, raised the statement made by the honorable member from from Shillong North, Mr. Adelbert Basaumoy, who Adelbert Norum. I'm so sorry, sir. Mr. Adelbert Norum, who also in the same way made this statement. So ultimately, I think you already explained. So this is what I would like to bring it to your notice and my humble request to you, sir.
The proceeding of the House itself is reflective of what was the submission made by me yesterday. And I think the Honorable Deputy CM, who had proposed this based on the rules of procedure and conduct of business, has misinterpreted the basic content of the submission itself. Mr. Speaker, sir, the person concerned, whose name was reflected in the national media, was an alleged accused, not a convicted, number one. And number two, I have not made an allegation of any substantive crime having been committed by referring to what was reflected in the photograph. I have made my submission saying that we got to be careful, we got to be cautious as to whom we associate while we occupy office of authority, office of position, office which is constitutionally empowered. That's the submission I have made. And I have also made a submission. In view of these findings, I would suggest the Honorable CM to dissociate himself from being associated with this kind of people, whose antecedents I'm not aware of. It is up to the office of the CM to put them on scanner. That is what I have said, the word scanner. Now, why is the government of the day so desperately and so, sweating it out to defend it? Is it not a fact that the media carried that very news item, a national media, Business Standard, on the 23rd of April 2013, long time ago? And the person concerned happens to be associated with the Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya. That's why suggestion has been made. It's not an allegation. It's a submission urging the Chief Minister to be careful to dissociate himself from being associated with this kind of people. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yeah. Again, I think the Honorable Member from Songsak, he did mention, saying that alleged accused, but not convicted. So if it is not convicted, I'm not here to plead the person concerned. No. Let us talk about the rules. If it is not, how did you know that the person who was once upon a time associated with the Honorable Chief Minister just because of clicking a photo cannot be considered as a human being? Suppose now even you, yourself, Honorable Member, you happen to have a click with anybody here in Meghalaya. What is going to happen? Tell me. Suppose tomorrow or day after tomorrow, that very same person committed mistake and then again so-called alleged, accused. What are you going to do? See, that's what, because see, when we discuss any issues inside the house, I personally feel, sir, we have to restrain from this kind of reference and let us always be guided by the book.
Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir. Here, the reference that I have made in respect of the photograph. This is a photograph, an official photograph which is in the social media page of the organizers. It's available. And a sitting arrangement officially made in the front row. It is not by default that somebody has just come and taken a selfie. Yes, we are public figure. We'll end up getting requests to take selfies and photographs. It's same with everybody. But in the instant case, I have referred about the picture since it was disturbing me, keeping in mind the access to availability of drugs in a scale which is unprecedented in the state. That's why. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, everybody in this August House, particularly the ministers, know this particular person. And they also know that he is frequenting the secretariat and the residence of the Chief Minister. I have not brought it. I have not said it. I have only cautioned. There are too many other instances when the person concerned has been associated with the CM. It's not only one photograph. But it is my duty and responsibility to alert my Chief Minister, because he is holding the responsibility. A person who has been accused as the kingpin of such heinous crime. Well, why do you want to unnecessarily drag yourself into problem?
Yes,
Mr. Speaker, sir, therefore, this is unnecessary. I have not accused the CM. I have only cautioned him. So this does not require any expansion.
You may please be seated, please.
Mr. Speaker, my name has been dragged in too much in this unnecessary argument that is being brought out. Sir, let the honorable member bring out the case, the facts of the case, when this case happened, what is the status of this case right now, has a person been convicted, let him then link that case, that case to me if there is any proof like that. Sir, our point is, if you're going to connect two dots from somewhere, wherever you wish because it suits you, and draw up a picture of that and bring it in the house, then just misguide everybody, that is what we're trying to say. This is not the way things are. Like that, sir, we can bring out millions of pictures and then we'll be sitting here only arguing about which picture was clicked with whom, who was associated with whom. So this is not what this house is meant to do. And hence our only point is a person and a member at that level who is so senior should be aware and should know that this is not the way things function in the house. I mean, he's made this whole big issue out of it. Does he even know what the case is about? Does he even know that the case is already over? Does he even know that the court has actually given complete judgment on this case and said that the concerned persons are free of all accusations? Does he even know that? Let him, sir, do a research on this and find out. Sir, anyway, sir, I'm not here to argue. As I said, all political leaders, we have our own, friend circle, we have individuals we know. And being in politics, sir, we know many people will come to us. There's nothing wrong in that, sir. But then linking everything that every individual does that, sir, I think the profile of every MLA will be, I don't know what, sir, if we were to do that and jump to that kind of conclusion. Yes. There is a process, there is a law, there's a system in which things function. If it has, let the law take its own course. We have no problem in that. Yes. But bringing a story out of it, cooking up a story and making a full issue out of it in the house, so this is something that we have not practiced, is all we are saying. And all we are saying, sir, Honorable Deputy CM is saying, is that you follow the rules and the procedures. Sir, we leave the decision to you. We thought that we should bring this up as a matter of procedure. And the decision is yours, and that's all we had to submit to you, sir.
Yeah. So, okay, I will not allow any more discussion.
I have been suggested to come up with a proper procedure to be adopted to take up this issue. We will do that, Mr. Speaker. Sir, I assure this House.
Yes, we welcome that. We welcome.
Yes.
Sir,
let me. I will not allow any more discussion. Since the point of order has been brought.
Right,
now it is.
I would like to raise
the chair
the
to
point of
make
order
a decision
on the rules 300. Please, sir. It is an urgent matter regarding the demand challenging.
So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I once again would like to intervene again under Rule 300. That the honourable member always gets up and says under Rule 300. The Rule 300 says that you have to quote a rule based on which you are bringing the point of order. Please quote the rule.
Yes,
so
yes,
we cannot make a
on
mockery.
the Rule 300.
300 is a point of order. Under 300, which rule are you specifying?
Under 300 there is 301, 302, 3.
And which particular rule? Please quote the rules. So we need to follow rules in the House. Without, if you don't follow rules, so we will create mockery of the system, is what I'm saying, sir.
So,
I will not
the matter that I would like to bring forth is to give a reference, to what Honourable Deputy Chief Minister challenged me yesterday about.
Sir, under what rule, sir? Sir, please let him quote the rule. Sir, I request, sir, through you, we cannot function this House just on the basis of. I understand issues are important. No issue is less important. But if we don't follow procedure, if we don't follow the rules, then what is the use of this book, sir? And how can we continue to to run the House if we don't follow rules? Please quote the rules.
You may please sit down, please. Sit down. Before I make known my decision, I would like to inform this House that we are a very disciplined House. In the whole entire country, we are known for our reputation as a very disciplined House. So let us not engage in this House calling names and making allegations without substantiated evidence. So I have examined the matter. Referring to Rule 279A, which says the member shall not make a personal charge against a member. The allegations are against Rule 279A of Rules of Procedures and Conduct of Business in Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. For ready reference, Rule 270 is quoted herein under. Rule 279A, which says, no allegation of a defamatory or indiscriminatory nature shall be made by a member against any person unless the member has given previous intimation to the speaker and also to the minister concerned, so that the minister may be able to make an investigation into the matter for the purpose of a reply, which was not done. And under Rule 304 also gives the speaker the power to expunge the statement made by any member from the proceedings which have been which was said on the particular time and date. So, basing on all this, and also I have examined the matter under Rule 314. If any doubt arises as to the interpretation of any previous provisions of these rules, the decision of the Speaker shall be final. So, therefore, I, in exercise of power under Rule 304 of the above rules, I expunge the statement made by the Dr. Mukul Sangma from the proceedings which have been taken today as they are violative of Rule 279A and 304(7). So, therefore, speech made by Dr. Mukul Sangma, MLA, on the matter and the unsubstantiated allegations against the Chief Ministers and the names taken will not be part of the proceedings and are hereby expunged from the proceedings of the House of 19th September 2023. So we move on to the next, next item.
So with due respect, your chair, once again I raise a point of order.